Previously on the Iron Empire.
I accidentally drowned my car.
The motor is full of water. And in this episode, you'll see us fix this car on the cheap using a replacement second-hand piston, but not before we throw some sneaky speed parts at this thing. Alright guys, so here I am in Andy's Daily. It's a 5-litre Ford AU Fairlane and this thing got flooded late last year. The insurance company took it, paid her out for the car because it had flood damage, and she bought this thing back. She bought it back for only $400. We decided the thing is too good to wreck. We wanted to fix it, and I wanted to fix it on the cheap. Check out how we did it. So I've got some goodies for the motor that Andrea does not know about. So I have to make sure I have to get this all in and in the car and driving before this video goes out, otherwise the cat will be out of the bag. So T.I Performance hooking me up. Look, I've got some shop banners. The goodies that are going in this motor, ordered through TI's. Maybe you might be able to guess by the length and shape of this box what might be going in this motor. Note that I'm already looking at speed parts before we even fix the piston and rod. All the goodies. I need air fresheners, by the way. I need to update the store. So many goodies. Man, lollies, stubby holders. We have XR8 chrome moly retainers. Alright. Set of valve springs. Any guesses why we need valve springs? Oh yeah. We're adding some lump to this thing. Alright, so I want to hide this cam and retainers and the springs in this cupboard here because Andy's salon's upstairs and she often comes in and says g'day to Jim. If she sees that, she'll know what's going on. We don't want to let the cat out of the bag too soon. So we've got to hide the goodies.
So sometimes that perspective comes around and shows you what you really need and how it all comes falling down. It's often hard to see and often hard to say when you've got someone you don't want to go away. 'Cause all you have is
Alright, I didn't think we'd be this far along yet, but we're here, we're going to get it done. She's going in. Now the cam we've chosen to put in this thing is from Crow Cams. It's what they call a stage 3. It's got a duration of 216 on both the intake and exhaust at 50 thou. It's got a lobe separation of 115 and this is meant to be about a mid-range cam. It should come on about 1800 RPM and go right through to 5800. It's going to be perfect for some of the other sneaky upgrades we plan to put on this thing a little later on. Jim lent me some assembly lube that he brought in from home. Make sure this cam goes in with no dramas. Make sure the bearings are good. Just cover your eyes and slide it in. I'm just stuck on the last one, so I'll get the... Alright, so now that we're done with the cam jam, we're going to move on to fixing this bent rod and damaged piston. We sourced a good second-hand one from Mark down at Lonsdale at Ford and F100 spares. So we're going to throw a new set of bearings in this thing, replace the rings from the old piston onto this one, slide it in, and this thing's going to be good for another 400 thou. Excuse me, mate. I'm trying to film something here.
Oh, geez, sorry, mate.
You just want to be on film, don't you?
Oh, sorry.
It's right here.
Oh, Jesus, sorry, mate.
Jim wants to be on film
No,
all the
sorry,
time.
no,
Sneaks
no.
in any chance he can. It's really quite sad, Jim. Come on, man. Look. To spec. No juggers. Alright, so now we're disassembling these heads one valve at a time. Put the first one out. This is all the standard stuff. And we're going to be running this in new gear to match the performance cam and new retainers and collets. So I'm going to go ahead and do this painstakingly. Now, I'm getting prepared to paint this motor the right way. This is an epoxy enamel called Epitech. It sticks like shit to a blanket and dries rock hard. Now, because I was working in someone else's workshop here and there were cars around that we didn't want overspray on, I applied this with a brush. Wouldn't really recommend. It works perfectly fine and the application will be fine, but sanding this flat was a massive job. Nonetheless, we got it done and prepared for paint. Ready for a 2-pack finish. All right, so now it was time to hit this thing with some color. Now from factory, they seem to be just raw, as in they just rusted from day one on the block. The block and the heads are all cast iron. The intake manifold is alloy, so that stayed okay. And the rocker covers were just like a shitty gray color. Now I wanted to come up with a color that was light enough to see any oil stains that may come from the motor in the future, but not light enough to just be messy and look ugly. So I went through Jim's cupboard of old paints. I found some silver, a little bit of black, mixed it together. And I also had a little bit of pearl that I brought in from home to mix in to see what we come up with. Alright guys, thanks for everyone who's watching the video. I hope you're enjoying it so far. Stick around to the end because we get some pretty good results with this budget build on the AU Fairlane. Super pumped with how it's coming along. Real quickly guys, I have a merch update. Actually, I have just a restock. It's not that exciting, but I have plenty of stock now. So anyone who's been looking for tees, obviously the most hot selling tee in the store since day one has been the OG tee. People supporting, grabbing an Iron Empire t-shirt. There's plenty of stock in those. And also the second most popular t-shirt that's ever hit the store is the Iron Empire Hurst Shifter tee. These are back in stock yet again for the third time, I guess. They keep selling out. I've got another batch of those online on the store right now. So if you want to support the channel, it means a great deal to me. Check out the online store, the ironempire.com.au, or I'll put the link in the description below. Click that link, it'll take you to the online store. Pick yourself up some merch, support the channel, help me keep putting out projects for you guys to watch. Now, let's get stuck back into the action. Oh, you motherfucker.
Silicon?
Yep. Here you'll see me replacing the injectors with factory replacement ones. I also replaced the connections that went on the wiring harness because all this stuff is nearly 400,000 Ks old. All this stuff was available through T.I Performance, and I thought it was a perfect upgrade to do while we're this far into the build. Now next up, you'll see me replacing the converter. It's actually the factory converter that I got stalled up by a local company here, Altorque Converters. They stalled this thing up. We managed to get about 2200 RPM out of it, which would give it a little bit more pep off the line. It'll suit the cam and the headers perfectly. There we go, I'm convinced now. Next up, I replaced the factory headers, which are absolute garbage, with a set of brand new extractors from Advanced Headers. Should wake this thing right up. Also, I go ahead and tidy up the wiring loom, retaping a heap of it where it's all brittle and crappy. Nonsense. I think we're finally there. Jim's just looping up with his fancy tool that I don't know how to use. And I think everything's buttoned up. The gas isn't, but that wasn't working after the flooding incident. So I think we're pretty much ready to turn the key. I'm shitting myself.
I'm shitting myself.
Shall we? Something's clicking away over here. Maybe.
It's just basically make sure we got a spark.
That fuel line's like that.
Yeah.
It's... Spark. Should I try that fuel line?
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, swap fuel lines. And again. So I'm feeling way better now that this thing is running. All we needed to do was switch the fuel lines. I had them backwards. I've swapped them over, running sweet now. You'll see a little bit of smoke coming. That's the new headers, the paint sort of just settling in. Been topping up the fluids, making sure everything's good there. And I am itching to drive this thing, but unfortunately there's no seats in the car. We've pulled them out to take care of the flood damage inside, and I haven't got them in, so that's gonna have to be a tomorrow job. But now that it's running, feeling way, way better. What are we doing? We're gonna fire up
yes.
the AU. Andrew hasn't seen the motor in the car or it running, so I'm gonna get you the keys. Hopefully it still runs. Put all the shit back on it, you can't even see. It is definitely way cleaner in here.
Definitely.
See tiny little bits of motor. Now it might stall a couple of times because the computer's still learning the restart. You're over the NC already.
Yeah, it sounds good. It sounds louder.
You sound better?
Yeah, it does. Quality. Sounds so good.
Sounds sick?
Yeah.
Sounds different than the Fairlane, the other one, eh?
Yeah.
Something about it.
Weird. Same motor.
Yeah. Does it sound different than before?
I think it sounds a bit louder than before.
Does it go harder? So it's got advanced headers on it, 2.5 grand stall converter, and a stage 3 Crow cam.
That's why. That sounds totally louder though.
Yeah, it does, and it sounds way more aggressive on the
Yeah,
throttle.
yeah. Sounds sick. I love this car.
We're home. It made it.
My awesome daily is now back on the road and it sounds better than ever.
It's gonna be the new daily again.
Yes.
The old daily is gonna be retired, so that's probably gonna go up for sale soon if anyone's keen on the old daily. And yeah, absolute massive thank you to Jim at J&K Mechanical for letting us bring the car in and basically supervising the whole build. Some of the stuff that I've done on this is a little bit out of my league, and it was always good to have a mechanic sort of overseeing everything I've done. So a massive thank you to Jim. I also want to thank T.I Performance, who were awesome to deal with when ordering all the parts for this car. We ended up going a little further than initially planned. So yeah, we ended up getting the Crow cam and a bunch of Raceworks parts, as in new injectors, wiring clips and all that sort of stuff through TI's, and yeah, that's pretty much it. The thing drives really well. I also have a J3 chip from T.I Performance as well to put in the car, but unfortunately we didn't have time to install that. But we just got it home to make sure that everything is running mechanically sweet, and it is going so much better. It's got an awesome lump to it now and it's performing way better. So I'm really excited to see how it comes out with an actual tune in it. I'm pretty sure Andy's happy with it. I'm happy with it. That's going to be it for this time around. Don't forget to come back next time, and pretty soon we're going to be overhauling the cosmetics on this car. We're going to detail the interior, take care of some of the flood damage, and take care of some of the cosmetics on the outside too. So that's going to be it for this time around. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, check out the online store, and we'll see you all on an upcoming episode. Cheers, guys.